So today was just a simple ass day, like not a lot of stuff happened. The market picked a direction, went with it from the morning to the evening. These are the days I like. I just pick a position, it runs for the entire day. That's the main thing for the entire day. I'm able to enter a position, hold it above my support level or resistance level, and just take profits at basically the end of the day when the move is basically done. The only thing I could have improved with this trade, I believe, is just probably holding it the entire day, but also I still took profits on the move regardless. But still, I could have held it for the entire day. I'll show you what I meant when it comes down to around 3 o'clock. That's where I was getting kind of iffy if I should hold it because the market can kind of reverse against you in power hour. However, this was just a nice vanilla trade for the day based on the dollar, as I usually go with the dollar as the trend indicator for the day. And then I just held it for most of the day, closed it when I got to around 3 o'clock. But let's get into it, right? So, um, looking at the dollar here, this is the dollar and this is the QQQ. So we have the dollar at, let me show you, the dollar at 8 o'clock here, a red candle, and then the 9 o'clock candle is a big push down, which is very bullish for the QQQ. So this is why I basically entered today. Um, Entered today as the dollar was bearish in the pre-market. I decided to enter bullish on the QQQ with my stop loss a little bit below this major support level, right? So we have a major support level at 273.07, which was my daily support level. And then I entered to the buy side with 20 shares at 930. So from the pre-market, that's where I decided I wanted to just enter to the direction that the dollar was kind of indicating to me. And I just wanted to continue with that with here as my stop loss. I wanted to set my take profit somewhere up here, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot of liquidity for the QQQ to be moving at a pace where it just hits out these big um these big gaps, because this would have been a $7 move. It doesn't seem like it has that much strength to make a $7 move, and also coming into a CPI news release, maybe they don't want to move it like that. However, let me just show you exactly where I entered and where I exited today. And I'm also going to bring you down to the 5 minute chart and show you what I was seeing, why I kind of exited the position. However, I felt like I could have held it. Uh, I may be thinking, maybe do I try to exit at round numbers, because sometimes a round number can be a key level as well, because it hit 277 and it actually hit a bit above 277. But let me just show you now. So at 9:30, so let's hit the 9 o'clock candle, which was this one here. The 9 o'clock candle, let's zoom in a bit more. So the 9 o'clock candle, I entered at 27398. The 9 o'clock candle, 27398. So that's right about at market open. It's exactly at market open actually. 27398. 27398. So right there is where I entered, and then I exited the trade at, if you minus 5 from this, that puts you at 256, right? Because you minus 5 from this gets you to 1456, which is 256. So I brought it down to the 5 hour chart so you can actually see the exact candle. So 256. 256. So we're looking for the 255 candles right here. And where did I close it? 276. So I kept moving my stop loss. Wow. Wow. Look at that. So you see the wick? it's a part of the wick that actually got me out. And let me kind of zoom out to show you what I was seeing. So I thought the QQQ was having trouble breaking above this level. So I decided to move my stop loss to somewhere here in case during power hour, which is like 3 to 4, we had a big push down, right? But as you can see, after the 255 5-minute candle, it started to grind up a bit. During this time, you'd have a lot of anxiety if you're really focusing on the charts. However, this was when the market started to break. Yes, so right around, yes, around 350 is when it started to break above to 277. It never got to 277 prior to that, right? It does not look like we got to 277 before 350. And that's a point where I wouldn't want to be holding a trade like 10 minutes before market close just to anticipate the closing of the trade. I don't want to do that. But this is where I closed the trade because I just wanted to ensure I locked in some profit at that point. And where's the point that I opened the trade for the day? It should be here. But I closed the trade there at 276 and I had opened the trade at 9:30 at 27398, and this is when, so right, 27398. Okay, 27398. So right around there. So I entered here at the market open and closed it there, where I felt like I just kept moving up the stop loss, because at this point I had endured the entire day. The market did not reverse and hit my stop loss, so it held the trend, which is what I like. I like when it holds the trend and it just continues to move in one direction, because basically it's showing you that you got the right entry. You weren't able to be hit out at the stop loss from the first time, even though, can you see, we got so close to hitting the stop loss. You can probably see it right there. Look at that. You're so close to hitting the stop loss, even though I had my stop loss at 273. So it's around here. So this is the daily support level, and this was my stop loss right at 273, right? So that's where I had set the point that I would have been exited out of this trade for a max loss of about $20. And then I just held it for the entire day and closed out the trade with a profit of 38.90. And that's leaving us profitable for this week. Let's see how tomorrow plays. I think tomorrow is a CPI release, and also you have the president speaking. Oh, you can see it here on TradingView. TradingView is not bad, huh? So we have a CPI release, as you can see, tomorrow, January 12th. Wow. So you have a CPI release, and you also have the president speaking. It's funny. I think it might be bullish. People are saying it might be bullish. Why? Because the president might be taking it as a victory lap, because he already knows prior to the release that the CPI is coming out good. He didn't have to do any damage control the day before. So he knows that the CPI is going to come in lower. The inflation rate kind of fell down. So he's going to come in and just basically emphasize that, you see, we are focused on bringing down inflation. We're for the people, and this is why we do it. So basically, tomorrow might be very bullish. Let's see. And as you can see, the dollar kind of is breaking down a bit lower. So if you see a big push down tomorrow, there's a possibility we might be going lower on the dollar and higher on the QQQ to hit this level of resistance here. But that's basically it, and I'll see you tomorrow.